What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to make a video now that my surgery is finally over. About 6 days from when I had the surgery. I had it last Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, and feeling pretty good. And just wanted to give you guys my experience to help out any of you that are thinking about getting this, and just kind of walk you through it. There's plenty of videos that are out there on this, but this is my experience. I had my surgery done at the UCLA Medical Center in Santa Monica, California. My doctor was Dr. Cody Azari. He was really cool throughout the whole process. I pretty much knew as soon as I went in there for the consultation that he was going to be the dude to do it. Um, I had to drive there, so my surgery was at 9:20. Couldn't eat anything after midnight. Got there relatively early. Everything's super easy, they signed you in and everything. You pretty much didn't wait long before I was up in the prep room and they were, putting the IV in and getting you ready for that. And, you strip down, put on that robe and whatnot. And the facilities are so nice there. Everything looks super clean and is kind of state of the art. It made me feel really comfortable about the whole thing. I honestly wasn't nervous at all because by the time you get into the prep room and you're getting prepped to go in, there's no avoiding it. It's happening. So you're going to get knocked out anyway, so you don't have to do anything. So the most pain I felt when I was at the surgery center was probably them trying to put in the IV, and that was only because the guy said I was slightly dehydrated. I still have kind of a bruise. I mean, this is 6 days after, and I still had a bruise here. It was really puffed up here. Like I looked like Wolverine, and I had like that center claw or a spike that was about to shoot out. It was almost like a finger under my skin because they numbed it and then they were poking away and he couldn't get the vein to cooperate or whatever. I think he was like a newer guy on the job because the other woman that came in, so he eventually just put it up here. Um, but that was the one that knocks me out. The IV that they put in here is the local one that just kind of numbs your arm while they do it so that, when it's done, it's still numb and this and that. But and people were telling me like, my wife was, oh, I can't stand when I get knocked out. I feel nauseous afterwards. So that was kind of in my head, and she was asking the guy about it. But as he explained, if you're over 140 pounds, the amount of anesthesia you get doesn't really vary all that much. And I think it's really if you're under 140 pounds where they have to be careful they don't give you too much. And I think that's maybe where people feel sicker than others. Um, I didn't have that experience. As you can see in that other video, I'm feeling pretty good when I wake up. I mean, I seem really tired because I was literally like as I woke up, but uh, you know. Anyway, so they put the anesthesia in, and they wheel you off, and it's all pretty quick, and it's kind of funny because um, as the lady's putting the IV in here, as soon as she was done, she's like, "Oh, okay, I think we're ready. Let's get going." And my wife kind of was like, "Oh," and like she didn't really say anything, and the nurse was like, "We like it when they get a kiss before they go in." And I keep like giving her crap and telling everyone else, "Yeah, they had to remind her to say bye to me and give me a kiss. She was just, she was ready to go shopping. She's like, I got crap to do. He'll be fine." So it's pretty funny. Anyway, the last thing I remember was being wheeled in and told to like scoot off the bed onto the operating table, and then that's it. You wake up, and I'm telling you, man, when you wake up, you feel good. Like there's enough pain stuff flowing through you to where you don't really feel anything. And yeah, you're you can tell something's been done, obviously, because like I had uh, this is just my homemade bandage because I was able to take the dressing off on Sunday. But essentially, it was a piece of gauze like this wrapped in a bunch of padded cotton with like a sort of sleeve on that, and then wrapped in sort of an athletic kind of support thing. And so, it was a little hard to move. But right after I could move my fingers, that was the first thing I did. I'm like, can I move my fingers? Okay, we're good. Um, and I didn't even know if they had done a sub transposition or just a release, because before the surgeon's fellow came by and he was having me bend my arm, and I could tell he was trying to see if it subluxated, and I said, yeah, it subluxates over the bone a little bit. And he goes, oh, well, I don't know. It doesn't, I can't really tell. And I said, I can make it do it more. And he says, well, and I'd said what the surgeon told me before, that they were going to release the nerve and then see how it popped over in the thing. He goes, yeah, well, we might just leave it there. We try to, be as conservative as possible, which I was fine with, but I was pretty sure it was going to snap over, which it did. The surgeon came over and he said, yeah, we released the nerve. It was pretty well compressed, and when I released it, it was snapping over the bone pretty good. So we just subcutaneously transposed it, and they secured it with the little piece of fascial tissue or whatever. Um, and I had prepared myself for that anyway. So I mean, it's a lot easier than what a submuscular would be, man. Because I can't imagine. Because then they have to detach your flexor muscles, and I didn't want that. And everyone was telling me that that wasn't necessary. So I'm glad I didn't have that. Because at least if this, for some reason something happened, they could always go and do that. But anyway, and then the doctor says, "Oh, you don't. We want to release it and have you come back here because it's snapping over and this and that." So one and done is. So anyway, yeah, I was feeling pretty good afterwards. We went to my favorite breakfast spot. Like I still had the hospital bracelets on me and everything, and walked in and got my little. It's the Firehouse in Venice for all you bodybuilding guys out there. That you probably know where that is. It's not far from Gold's Gym, and everyone goes there and eats. That's real good food, healthy. And yeah, man, I was feeling good. Drove home. Probably didn't take a pain pill till about 2 o'clock, and that was around the time we got home. Maybe an hour later. It was start because he told me the only rehab I need to do was just to bend my arm and sort of open my hand up like this. And so I was doing that the day of the surgery. It was hard actually to he said the only thing, don't lift anything over a pound, but I felt good. Like I felt like I could lift stuff up, and that was a problem because I remember literally in the room getting dressed after surgery, I was picking my backpack up, which had like two big bottles of water, and I was moving it around. I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't be doing that. But I think what they mean is like don't lift something like in a curl motion, because even right now, like when I pick something up with a straight arm, it doesn't. Like I went and filled a propane tank for my gas grill, and I was grilling stuff last night, so it was heavy, and I tried to use both hands, but you know, I don't know. I think the more you use it, the better afterwards, or the quicker it comes back, as long as you're not feeling pain, and you'll feel it like the first couple of days afterwards. Oh, and here's one crucial piece of information. If you take the pain pills, they gave me oxycodone. You take it before it sets in a lot because it takes a little while to kick in. Because when I took it, I kept asking my wife, "Did you give me the right pill?" Because they gave me this anti-nausea pill too, which I think I only took like one or two of. Because it didn't make me feel nauseous until I had like 2 or 3 pills in me. Because you can take it every like 4 to 6 hours. I think I took it every 6 or 8 hours. Um, but it takes a while to kick in, and when it does, you feel good. I see now why people can abuse that medication, but in a way I don't, because they tell you to take Miralax. So it says in big bold letters on the papers in my instructions after surgery to take Miralax. So I asked my wife, "Hey, it says I need this Miralax when I'm taking these pain pills." "Oh no, they said at the pharmacy you don't need that." I was like, "Okay." So I didn't take it Wednesday. I didn't take. I think Wednesday night I pleaded with her to go get me some like Metamucil or something, because I was like, I could tell, because I eat a lot before the night before. Like I went to like an all you can eat Korean barbecue because I knew I was going to be hungry and thirsty without eating stuff, for the morning of surgery. So I purposely drank a crap ton of water the day before and ate a lot. Um, and I didn't go to the bathroom Wednesday, and I took the Metamucil. That didn't work. We drove home Thursday, got back into Vegas, and I had some Chinese tea she gave me because I asked her for Miralax again. She's like, "Oh, I don't think that stuff's. I don't think you need that much, or you're gonna like crap your brains out." And so I took this Chinese tea. That didn't do anything. I had a protein shake Thursday night with my fiber powder in it, and I don't think I crapped Thursday either. I don't think it was till like Friday until I was like, "Can you please get me this Miralax? It says in bold letters on this paper, take it twice a day if you're taking the pain pills." And finally she went out and got it, and then I finally went to the bathroom like, I think sometime Friday or Saturday, but you have to take that because I have never had a problem with that Trust me. And man, you take a couple of those pain pills and you will be jammed up like no one's business. And so they work, and I took maybe 5 or 6 of them. I maybe took 2 the day of surgery, and then I woke up in the middle of the night that night and took another one because it was getting uncomfortable. And I was pretty smart. I just basically took one because I didn't want it to set in real hardcore. And I figure if I'm gonna have to bend my arm like this, I need the pain pills because it would hurt. Like, not insanely, but like if you moved your arm a certain way and I was bending it like this and I kind of like turned my hand out, I'd be like, ugh, or I'd just like move or do something weird. Because like you can feel stuff squishing and squashing in here. You can tell like something happened. It's kind of weird. And then it's like real tight. So yeah, take the pain pills if that's your, protocol that you're supposed to be bending. I've talked to some of you guys on here, and they had you. I know Kodiak was. You're telling me you were immobilized for 16 days. It all depends on the surgeon. Like some they put them in hard cast, some they don't. Um, I don't know. It just depends on them. But so yeah, and then we got back here. So now I'm Sunday. I was able to take the dressing off. Like I said, I stopped taking the pain pills like the day after. It wasn't bad, and maybe I took like 2 ibuprofens after that. I more or less didn't want to take the pain pills because they were like making me not go to the bathroom, and at that point, I really wanted to go to the bathroom. That was more my worry than the other thing. Oh, the other thing that happened is like the dressing, because of all the bending like this. I was starting to feel better, bend it more. I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. I can bend it. I can get up here. Um, it was sliding down because the swelling in my arm had gone down, and like I'm moving it, so it's kind of like inching down my arm. So I didn't know what to do. Friday, I think it was, and I tried to get in contact with them, and they were hard to sort of get a hold of. They finally got back to me like Saturday, but I wound up FaceTiming with my cousin who's a doctor, and he just had us take the dressing off and put it back on. So I was worried that like, I'll wash my hands for like a minute or two before I did it because I didn't want anything to get infected or whatever. But yeah, so I took the dressing off Sunday, and then I made my little homemade bandage like this. This is like cloth tape. I had some other kind of tape and left all the sticky stuff on here because I basically keep it on all day. The only problem with this is it doesn't adhere as much. That's why like you see like pieces over because I'm kind of like trying to, patch where it starts coming off. And I played guitar the other day. It felt okay. I have been driving around. I've actually been able to mouse on the computer without too much discomfort. I mean, I still feel numbness sometimes when I bend my arm like this, and I've been told that's normal. But I think it's progressing pretty good. I think like I can eat and brush my teeth, and I finally was able to shave with my right hand, and I'm trying to do everything with that because I have it, as you guys know, on my left. And the days that I could only use my left, it was starting to get irritated in that arm. And I'm hoping that with this one done, and I could do all the things that I would normally do with my right hand, like hold a phone, um, that sort of stuff, it might go away. But I doubt it will. My left's probably going to have it done too. But it's not the end of the world, as I'm realizing. The surgery is not bad, guys. Like, I mean, obviously it's only 6 days out, so I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. But things seem to be going good. I got a good positive feeling about it. Um, and I feel good today. I'm kind of wanting to go to the gym and do some legs or something. I almost feel like I could do upper body. I swear. I still have to go back to the doctor on the 18th, which is like next Monday, to get a stitch out. Some of them dissolve, and some of them have a. He left one stitch in that he has to take out. What I'm doing, I'm looking at my phone. I'm going to show you guys a picture of the incision. I don't feel like taking this bandage off because it's like a pain in the butt to get back on, but this might be ghetto, but it might actually work. Let me see. Yeah, so I don't know how well you can see that. Let me get the glare off it. Let me see. That that's my. Those are the steri strips that are on my thing. After you guys probably can't see it that good, but it wasn't that big an incision. I think it was only like if I show you on this, I think it's like that. I don't know, like 3 or 4 inches. I could give a crap. I mean, who the hell's going to look at that? For all you guys that are worried about that, don't be ridiculous. I mean, no one's going to look at your freaking elbow and go, And besides, they say chicks dig scars, so whatever. But yeah, man, things are going good. Um, I don't know what else. If you guys have any questions about it, something I forgot to mention, let me know. But I'm definitely feeling good, and I really appreciate all you guys, um, wishing me the best of luck and asking how I was doing. It helps, and especially you guys that had the surgery already. I know watching your videos made me feel so much better and comfortable going into it. So I'm hoping that this does the same thing for somebody else that's watching it and makes you feel comfortable and good about getting the surgery. I just had a guy message me this morning on one of my other ones who was like a power lifter, a weightlifter, and same issues we all have. And I don't think he should worry about it, man. You should, if this is becoming a problem, see a good hand surgeon, see what they tell you. Try to treat it conservatively, and if you can't, don't be worried about the surgery. It's not a lot of pain. In fact, like for you guys that are suffering with this, the pain that you feel every day is probably about as much pain as you feel after the surgery. It's not that bad at all. So, one thing that I'd have to say that I'm slightly worried about is when I start working out again, like what's going to happen. I'm like, my hand feels weak. I can, even though they don't cut any muscles, they still do some crap in there. So you definitely get tired in your hand, if that makes any sense, like in your forearm muscles for whatever reason. Um, and I could feel that when I was like playing guitar a lot the one day and this and that. But that'll come back. But about the compression, I always wondered, like, I wonder what happens if you like do a lot of the same things you did before. Is it going to become compressed again? But I think having it in the new place helps a lot, and I think having it decompressed probably isn't good to do that. So I'm feeling good. I'm excited to type on a computer again to just do normal stuff. So thanks a lot for you guys and all your well wishes. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. Take care.